I am Craig's mom. I'm a scientist, and so we're going to do some experiments today together. Does that sound like fun?
Yep. We need our Junior Ranger tools, just like my flashlight and my binoculars.
For this experiment, we're going to need a jar like this, a ruler, a marker, some tape, and you'll need something to take some notes on to collect your data. And before you're done, you're going to need a little bit of rain. Craig, do you think we have any rain?
Yep.
It's looking pretty rainy here in Shepherdstown. First, we've got to get our jar. Can you get your jar?
Let's see. Oh, there it is.
And we need to take the sticker off the jar so that we can see inside. What you want to do is put the tape all the way from the bottom up the side of the jar. There you go. Push it down. That means the next thing we need is our ruler. Can you find our ruler?
Got it.
You can use any markings you want, but we are going to use a marking of centimeters. So you see these little markings on the side?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to line it up next to our jar and make our marks. So we're going to place a mark at each one of those numbers. So you've got your marker. Can you put a little line next to the 1?
Yeah.
On the tape. See that line? Yeah, continue on the tape. And just a little line's okay. How about a little line next to the 2? Just on the tape. And a little line next to the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go.
And it.
7, 8. There's all our numbers next to our lines. Way to go. Now, is it raining outside, Craig?
Yep.
So we've got to go put this rain gauge someplace where it can catch some rain. Let's go find a good spot. So we need to find a spot that'll get a lot of rain, but we don't want it to catch drips from other places. A big, wide, open place is best. It's perfect, right in the middle of our table. All right, Junior Ranger. Are you going to be a good helper for me?
Yep, I am a first grader.
If you really want to be a scientist, it's important to take notes about all
I don't want to be a scientist. I want to be a marine biologist.
Guess what? Marine biologists are a kind of scientist that study sea creatures. So we're going to be collecting rainfall data over the course of the next week. In our next video, we're going to take a look at how much it rained and try to put all that data together. If you'd like to collect data alongside us, you'll need to create your own data collection chart. We're going to be creating a chart where we keep track of the day when we go out to make our collection, the amount of rain, and for our jar, that's going to be in centimeters, and the total rainfall, where we add up each one of the days until we get to the end of the week and see how much rain has fallen. Craig, where are we?
We are at the river.
We are at the river. Do you know why we're at the river?
No.
We're at the river because all of that rain that's coming out of the sky is going to be falling into the ground, and then from the ground it all drains into the river. So what do you think happens to the amount of water in the river when we get lots and lots of rain?
It makes a flood.
Actually, if you get enough rain, it does. There's something really interesting happening right now where we live. Where do we live?
Shepherdstown.
Shepherdstown. That's a town in West Virginia, which is part of Appalachia. And in Appalachia, this Potomac River behind us is getting really, really high. So let's go down and take a look and see how scientists study the height of the river.
All right, Mommy, it's cheaper.
Craig, show me your rock throw. Whoa. It did get me too. All right, Craig, let's take a look at how much water there is in the Potomac right now. Many public rivers and waterways will have big giant rulers like this one, which is part of the Potomac, so that you can see how high the water has actually gotten. As you can see, this water is about 10 feet high, and it needs to be about 3 or 4 feet in order for it to be safe for us to actually get in. Craig, you just noticed 2 things about the river. Those are called observations. What were the 2 things that you noticed about the Potomac?
It is muddy and fast.
Muddy and fast. Well, that's what happens when it floods. See how high the water is up here? And see how it's coming up on land when we get that flood?
And it's coming very high from over there.
Yes, it's very high. This is usually dry land, right? Well, all that dirt and mud goes back out into the water as the flood goes onward. And when the water's really high, it gets to move really, really fast throughout that river. I would not want to be in this water on a boat today, would you?
Nope. Thanks, Generation Friends, for joining me on this adventure. Don't forget to subscribe.